Hello there. Yeah, welcome to another Miners Haven video. So, I have some sad news for a lot of the High Life players out there that have, most of them have actually quit the game. That's because, everyone's favorite item, the, cannons, the dragon cannon, and even the railgun cannon, guess what? They both are complete shit now. Both of them. Complete trash. Now, you're wondering, why are they fucking trash? What happened to them? Well, they recently made a nice little update that made these two give a random acceleration value and a random um, angle value. Now to ores when they launch them. So ores can be launched normally, or they can be launched really high or really low. Uh, the the whole entire deviation is like a couple degrees, but it's big enough where it's now making it so where these are almost unusable now, other than making setups that rely off just using the ground. Now, why is this severely disappointing? That's because these two were seen as like some of the best items in the game for the longest time. They were um, used to make really fast setups. You can make setups for like 35 seconds. I have a couple of those on my. I have one of those on my channel. So that basically means cannon turns are basically useless now, and you now have to use teleporters. Now, luckily for me, I have four. I thought I only had three, but I have four teleport senders and receivers that are constantly in my inventory, so I can still make setups that work without having to buy any shop items. But for some of those unfortunate people that don't have those items and haven't been getting those items, you're kind of shit out of luck now, and this actually is quite depressing to see, but is an acceptable truth because we knew this was going to come eventually. Now, what makes this so difficult to use? Well, if you don't know, a lot of items, such as even the superstition items that people use, they have barriers that are pretty short. Like this, not even a player can walk through it. It's pretty abysmal. Like it's fine if it's going through normally, but if it's any what too, if it goes a little bit too high or deviates, it will bounce off the top and it will just destroy itself or it will get stuck somewhere. Now high level setups. Look, I only have 72 ore that I have on my base, but I usually have around 14 to around 18 ore somewhat on my base at a time, and I limit it to that always because to have that speed of it going around your base in a circle, yeah. So I've been trying to experiment. It's been fruitless. You've had to waste space by leaving like a single gap open on either side of a platform. One of these platforms you'd have to leave like the very edges open if it was on the center of the arc. Otherwise, it would basically bounce off and hit, and it would just be a pain in the fucking ass. It's been a pain in the ass. It's going to be a pain in the ass. It's always going to be a pain in the ass. I figured that one out myself. Now, are these still usable? Yes. Are they used for their intended purposes? No. They are not used for their intended purposes. You're going to be using them now just in the upgraders that have the really high upgrade beams, such as the Trinity. Like, look how tall the upgrade beam is. It's pretty tall. Or the Sporist. No, not the Sporist, but the big fungus. So these are still quite usable, but you're not going to be seeing many people using turns anymore because they are now irrelevant and unusable. Now, what does this mean for the state of the game? The state of the game hasn't really changed. You can still get up to pretty high, but it's literally killed off all the large people who have been playing the game. It's actually made Atrex, which, if you don't remember, he was caught using a script to Rebirth, and he got to the very top because he just let his PC run that script for, I don't know, like a month or two. Got up to about 10 million, and now someone else passed him, 11 million. And they're using a script too, probably. So that's really cool, and all they have to do is just keep moving around, so that way they don't fucking get kicked for AFK. Keep on putting in the commands, and if they really want to, what they can do is that they can basically have a bot in that just keeps going and leaving the base, grabbing a box, and then running back. Now, if they put in a bot that do that, it would look more organic, like a player, and not like a AI that's just constantly hitting L and C and moving the mouse just a little bit of a pixel up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all it needs to do, or left and right, depending on if it's if you have to click the yes or no and it swaps, because that is a thing that they've done to stop people from using bots, but it still doesn't work because all you have to do is just put a color sensor, and it'll click on that certain color of red or certain color of black, depending, and it can read text now, so that's great. Now, there's a lot of people who have been quitting the game, who haven't really been playing the game. They've been adding more and more of these to the board. It's getting pretty stupid what people are doing, and yeah. But yeah, now it's just usually people who have no idea what's going on, or people who are decently high life and are now stuck in this endless loop of not being able to actually do anything because their setup is broken. Like, look at this person over here. Look at what they have to do. This is the new meta. This is the brand new meta for making setups. Well, I don't know about this, but I guess they don't have the Helium, and they're making a blaster line. Cool. But, yeah, that's the new meta for high life setups, is that you gotta make teleporters now. Teleporters are horrendously bad because they slow down your system, but, yeah. That's a shotgun crate. Can't even grab it if I want to. Yeah. But yeah, it's so horrendously bad now, and it's gotten to a point where it's basically almost unplayable for high lives that want to either speed run to the top or get as many lives as possible within a certain amount of time frame. You now have to slow down, use teleporters, and find new ways of speeding up, which I can tell you this much: I'm glad that I made 5 hourglasses, because if you don't know what these do, they speed up your conveyors, make them faster the longer they exist on your thing, and they also give a better upgrade as well. But that's just stack. But but the speed does. The speed definitely does, and that makes this a very optimal way of speeding up your setup. That's just by using these and speeding up the whole entire teleporter side of this of your system. Because having as many of these will now make it faster, which is amazing to see that happen. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they might do something with that, because they don't want you doing. They don't want people having 50 of those on your base, even though they don't do anything that's special. But yeah, so if you're looking for high life setups, good luck. I'm gonna be making ones. They're gonna be executive only, because you have to pretty much have all the game passes now in order to get really high in this game. Now, why is that a bad thing? Well, because it's forcing people to artificially have to buy the game passes instead of, just getting it just because. Why not? Yep, that's what you have to do now. I think, and he does have executive too. Cool. If you're wondering why my PC is running low, it's on automatic. If I put it on the manual and I put it up, it starts losing some frames, but I just usually like leaving it on so where I can just see my own base because I don't want to load other people's shit. Because if you didn't see, there's plenty of low lives in this game that don't know what's going on, and they just let's just place as many things on your base as possible. That's bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna be having to make some new setups that are just on the ground now, which are gonna suck really bad, but it's what has to be done and what can be done, and the only thing that is possible now, thanks to this whole entire system being completely fucked by the cannons getting a secret nerf, but it was a long time coming. So yeah, that's the end of today's video. I'm planning on making a couple videos in the future. I have a lot more time on my hands, which are free. I'm planning on making a 12 rage video explaining what the whole entire rage is from the gun, but it's honestly not that bad of a gun, and people are just overreacting. It's funny as hell. Yeah, I've played the gun. It's yeah. But yeah, that's a future video. But if you did like the video today and thought it was informative, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be making more videos. I'm making a new setup, which is completely on the ground using executive, because if you're not using executive, you can figure out ways to make it so where it works for you. But I can't do that anymore. Sorry. It's just that this is what the game has devolved into. It's becoming bad. It's becoming really bad. And yeah, hope everyone has a great day, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Goodbye.